Just a minute, guys. Okay, fine. Okay, guys. So I just changed model DB properties, guys. I just changed model DB properties. Okay, so now if you see now, earlier it is 8 MB, 8 MB, right? If you see now 80 MB, 90 MB, guys. Chalo, let's try to create new DB now. One more DB, right click, new database. Okay, if you see here, if you are earlier, the initial size of each database data file is 8 MB. Log file size is also 8 MB. For new DB, if you see here, okay, I just closed it, I guess. Where is that? Let me open this one. Yeah, this one. If you see, this is the last one, new DB. I'm trying to, before changing the model DB properties, I was trying to create one database. The database name is new DB, and you can see the initial size is 8 MB, 8 MB. After changing the model DB properties to 8 MB, 80 MB, 90 MB, then I was trying to create a new DB, and by default, you are getting the new DB, new model DB properties, guys. Okay, so you got the point. So your model DB will act as a template for the newly created databases. Whatever model DB properties are there, the same properties will be applied on the newly created databases. Like properties means sizes, paths, auto growth options, everything will be copied to your newly created database. If I want to say clearly, okay, whenever you're trying to create a new database means you are actually renaming a copy of the model database. You're actually renaming a copy of the model database, guys. This is like, we just created this database, right? Demo DB. Okay, so you don't see any tables here. You don't see any tables here. And if you expand views, if you expand system views, you will get a lot of system views, guys. Okay, so from where I'm getting all these views, see here, almost all 500, 600 views will be there. Okay, so from where, whenever you create this database, by default, you will get any database, you will get it, guys. Any database you will get. From where I'm getting the whole stuff and all. From where I'm getting from model DB, guys. Model DB, if you expand views and if you see the system views, you can see the same system views. Okay, so I am clearly getting this stuff and all, means the data you are getting and the properties of the model DB you are getting. So simply I can say, directly I can say, if you are creating a new database means you are actually renaming, not model, guys. You are actually renaming a copy of the model database. That's how the model will work. That's how the uses of model, guys. It will act as a template for the newly created database. Template in the form of DB properties, template in the form of database objects, everything. Okay, everything you are going to get from model database, guys. That's why we don't give any options. We'll simply create the database with create database name, guys. What about all other default options from where we are getting the file sizes, file names, file locations, these views and all, system views and all, where we are getting from model DB we are getting, guys. Okay, so model DB will helpful for creating new databases, right? So I have a question for all of you. In case if my master database is not there, can I start the SQL server?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
Every path and
Because
the
SQL
instance
server
level
always
configuration will be
The
stored in
information,
SQL server looks for
user
master DB,
defined
sir.
information.
Before starting and after starting, so it looks for master DB.
Okay. So as master DB is not there, so that's why it won't start. Any logic,
path
guys?
information, every information is going to store in
Very
master
good.
database.
Very good. Okay, so guys, if my SQL server wants to come to online, all system databases, no problem. See, user databases are not mandatory to bring the SQL server online, but system databases are mandatory to bring the your SQL server online. If master is not online, Okay, how can it bring other system databases online? Right? It can't bring other system database online, right? So ultimately your SQL server won't be online. I have one more question, guys. If my model DB is not online, can I start my SQL server or not? If I don't have model DB or my model is not online, is SQL server up and running? Tell me, guys.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
Why?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Just tell me. You can try it. See, model uses of model, you know now.
Yes, sir.
Model will be helpful
Yes.
to create the new databases, right? Model will be helpful to create the new databases. So now tell me, now you know the uses of model database. Now you know the limitations of model database. Tell me, can I start my SQL server if my model is not there or my model is offline? Can I start it or not?
Yes, we can
No,
start.
sir. No, sir.
I
You
need
cannot
answers
start,
from
sir.
everyone. I need answers from everyone. Yes or no? You can simply
Yes, sir.
play the talk park Karya
No,
again.
no.
You can try, guys. I'm waiting for your answers.
Yes, sir. Yeah, on Wednesday.
Huh?
We can bring it online, sir, but we can't create any new databases.
Very good.
Sir,
Yes, yes, please.
temp DB, if you are model
No, 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 no,
is
no, no, no.
not,
Wait. If you know the answer, don't tell the answer. Okay.
okay. I'm typing the message.
What we can do? We can't do anything. Okay, guys. Okay. So I'll tell you the answer later. Okay. Not now. So most of you said yes. Okay. We'll discuss later. While discussing the temp DB, you can came to know why. Okay. The reason you can came to know yes or no. Also you can came to know. Okay. So just postpone for a while, guys. That's it. Okay. So that is the uses of model database, guys. Next is MSDB. MSDB is responsible for automation, guys. Automation. Okay. MSDB is responsible for automation. Automation means what? Automation means, say for example, in my SQL server, I have 100 databases. Regularly, I want to take the backups, guys. Daily, I want to take the backups. Every 1 hour, I want to take the backups. Every 15 minutes, I want to take the backups. Please mute it, guys. Please mute it. Please mute it. Mute you all. Done. Okay. So every 15 minutes, I want to take some backups. Every 1 hour, I want to take some backups. So I'm just managing 100 databases. Is it possible every 15 minutes, can I connect to the SQL server and can I take the backups for every 15 minutes for 100 databases? Is it possible?
No, no.
No, sir.
Manually, is
no.
it
No, sir.
possible?
Manually,
No.
it's not possible.
Okay. So very difficult, guys. See, 10 databases itself is not possible. Why? Because again, every 15 minutes you have to connect, every 15 minutes you have to take the manual log backups or backups. Okay, it's very difficult, guys. Very, very difficult. So what we are going to do, but we need backups. Without backups, it's very difficult. We cannot manage the data. Backups are very important, guys. Very important. Imagine if you are not backing up your WhatsApp. Okay, so you don't get any messages if you change your phone and all. So backups are very important, but it's not possible to take the backups regularly, right? So for that, what I can do, guys, I can go for automation. I can simply create one job. Okay, that job will initiate every 15 minutes. Okay, as of now there are no jobs. If we create a job, you can see the job here under jobs. That job will initiate. We can schedule the job like alarm morning 6 o'clock. If you put alarm, you will get a ring. Okay, right? In the same way, uh, uh, it is going to take the backups automatically. If you create a job, if you schedule the job, like every 15 minutes this job has to run. And the job, what is the job is going to do, guys? It is going to take the backups. Job means simply a logic. That's it. Don't think job means only backup job. It's a logic, whatever your requirement. If you want a backup job, you have to write logic as a backup job logic. If you want to restore regularly, you want to restore the databases, write logic for restore, write a script for restore databases, right? So it's a automation, guys, automation. Okay, so that we don't need to log into the SQL Server for every 15 minutes or 30 minutes or daily. Imagine for one SQL Server for 10 databases itself, it's very hard to take the backups regularly, right? Imagine we are going to handle 100 servers, 1000 servers, guys. 1000, 2000 servers we are going to handle. 2000 servers means each server, imagine minimum 10 databases, 2000 into 10, 20,000 databases. Is it possible to take manual backups on 20,000 databases regularly in the organization?
No.
Not at all possible. So we have to go for automation. That automation stuff will be stored inside in your Msdb. Jobs information, maintenance. We can achieve this automation using jobs. We can achieve this automation using maintenance plans. Okay, maintenance plans we'll discuss. There is a separate topic on this. There is a separate topic on automation, guys. Nothing to worry. How to configure job, how to schedule a job, how to create a maintenance plan. We'll discuss. All the automation stuff related thing will be stored in the Msdb, guys. All the automation related stuff will be stored inside your Msdb. In all these 4 or 5 system databases, Msdb is somewhat optional, not so critical. Remaining all are critical databases only, important databases only. But Msdb is not so critical. If there is no Msdb, guys, automation things won't work properly. That's it. If there is no Msdb, or if your Msdb is down, nothing happened to your SQL Server. Your SQL Server will be up and running, but automation stuff related things won't work as expected. Clear what Msdb will do? Okay, I'll give you one assignment, guys. Okay, I'll give you one assignment. Okay, ready? Everyone is ready? Okay, so in the Msdb, what is MS? You have to let me know by tomorrow. In the Msdb, what is MS? You have to let me know tomorrow. What is the abbreviation for MS? You have to let me know by tomorrow. I'll give you 1 day time. Check, Google it, and let me know the answer. What is this MS? Okay, so that is the assignment. The another system database is TempDB. TempDB, guys, the name itself is saying temporary purpose. For temporary purpose, we are going to use this TempDB. Guys, we have already discussed it, right? What is the uses of the SQL Server?
SQL Server is a RDBM software. It stores the data and process the data and read the data.
Very good, guys. So the data processing will be done in TempDB. Whatever processing we are, someone Murali Krishna, you are drawing my screen, sir. Why, sir, you are saying like that? Huh? What you are doing? Let me clear all drawings. Right, fine. Okay, so TempDB will act as a temporary database, but you cannot take this TempDB as a simple database, guys. Very crucial database. Can we start the laptop without RAM? RAM is also going to do the same thing. We'll use RAM for data processing. Is it possible? Can I start the laptop without RAM? No, right?
No, sir.
The same way, this TempDB will act as a RAM for system SQL Server, guys. This particular SQL Server. This TempDB will act as a RAM for this particular SQL Server. All the data processing will be done in TempDB only. All the data processing will be done in the TempDB only. All the data processing. Whatever processing you want to do, everything will be done in TempDB. TempDB very crucial database. If there is no TempDB, there is no SQL Server. Very crucial. Why? Because if there is no RAM, there is no laptop, right? I'm just giving a basic example to understand the importance of the TempDB, guys. That much important your TempDB is. It will act as a RAM. Once you restart your laptop, your RAM will be cleared, right? Agree, guys? So I have a question, guys. When you restart your RAM and ROM, when you restart your laptop, which one will be cleared? RAM will be cleared or ROM will be cleared? Which one will be cleared, guys? ROM means what?
RAM.
RAM will be cleared, sir.
Clear, sir.
ROM means
Read
Hard disk.
hard disk, it is stores in hard.
Because RAM is a temporary storage, ROM is a permanent storage.
I hope everyone know the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM means your RAM, guys, RAM slot. ROM means your disks, your drives,
Yes.
D drive, E drive, F drive, whatever data you stored. We are going to store a lot of data, right? We are going to store our subject related data. We'll store our photos. We'll store our videos. We'll store our memories. We'll store our documents. Whatever data is there, that will be stored permanently. Okay, in the ROM, guys, means your drives. If you restart your laptop, whatever things are there in the RAM, the temporary storage area will be cleared. Fresh RAM will be there. Means everything will be cleared inside the RAM. Whereas if you restart your laptop, your ROM won't be cleared, guys. The permanent storage area won't be cleared. The data, whatever data is present inside in your laptop, it will keep. Murali Krishna, what you are doing? Is it by mistake or something you are doing on my screen? Okay, fine.
Sorry, sir, by mistake.
Okay, fine, no issues. Okay, right. So ROM is a permanent storage area. RAM is a temporary storage area. When you restart your laptop, the RAM will be cleared. A fresh RAM will be there again when you restart the laptop. In the same way, your TempDB will act as a RAM. Okay, it is going to store. It is going to process the data. It is going to process the data. Right, whenever the SQL server is up and running, till the SQL server is up and running, the data will be processed inside TempDB only. For data processing, we are going to use this TempDB, guys. When you restart the SQL server, like RAM only, again the new TempDB will be created. A new TempDB will be created, guys. When you restart the SQL server, a new TempDB will be created. So every time your TempDB will be created or cleared, every time your TempDB will be created or cleared when you restart your SQL server. But without TempDB, there is no data processing, right? The main property of the SQL server is to store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data. To process, we should have TempDB. Every processing, the whole data processing will be done in the TempDB only. Very crucial database, guys. Very, very crucial database. Like how master is important, TempDB is also important. Okay. When you restart the SQL server, a new TempDB will be created. Now tell me, guys, any logic between your model database and your TempDB? Any logical point is there between your model and TempDB? What is the answer? Now tell me, what is the answer? If my model is not online, can I start my SQL server?
No, sir.
No, sir. Because TempDB created it if SQL server is restarted. So a database creation responsible for model.
Okay. So guys, the answer for this question, okay, can I start my SQL server without model database means the answer is no. Why no? Without TempDB, forget about model database first. Without TempDB, can I start the SQL server or not? Tell me, guys. Without TempDB, can I start the SQL server or not?
No.
No, sir.
Everyone,
No, sir.
this point is clear, right?
No, sir.
If there is no RAM,
No.
there is no SQL server. In the same way, if there is no TempDB, there is no SQL server. Right? This point is clear, everyone. Agree? Please.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you restart the SQL server, a new TempDB will be created. This point is clear or not? Whenever you restart the SQL server, a new TempDB will be created. It means a new TempDB, you have to stress new TempDB will be created. Whenever new TempDB is created, it don't know how much initial size it has to give, in which location it has to create, it has to store the physical files, in which location it don't know. The TempDB don't know. It will depends on your model DB. Agree?
Model
Is
DB.
this point clear, everyone? Everyone, please.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
the
yes.
TempDB, whenever it is creating, it will depend on the model database. Hey, model database, tell me. Arey bhaiya, tell me what is the initial size of my data file? I don't know. What is the initial size of my database log file? I don't know. Where I have to sit? In which location I have to sit? Tell me model DB. It will request model DB. Model DB will give, okay, chalo, no issues. I'm going to help you out. Okay, so your initial size is my initial size. Your location is my location. Like that, your model DB will help to TempDB. Based on the model DB properties, your TempDB will be created. If my model is offline, Can I create my temp DB now? Tell me, guys. Is it possible? The source for temp DB is model only. If model is offline, can I create temp DB?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Why? What is the reason?
It depends on model.
Your temp
Because
DB,
replica.
your temp DB properties, file properties, size properties, everything. The characteristics depends upon your model. If model itself is offline, how can I create temp DB? If temp DB, if I can't create temp DB, how can I start the SQL server? Now, those who said yes, is it clear? Any doubts, please let me know. I'll explain again happily. No issues. Those who said yes, is this clear, guys? Guys, silence means you don't understand anything.
Yes, clear, sir.
Those who said yes, who said no, okay, that's okay, fine. Who said yes, is this point clear or not? Simply, your temp
Yes,
DB will be created, fresh temp DB will be created when you restart the SQL server. Okay, so but while creating it depends on the model database. If model is offline, you cannot create temp DB. If you cannot create temp DB, SQL server won't be online. That's it. Everyone, Lata, Sachita, right? Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, fine. If it's not clear, tell me again, I'll explain. No issues. Someone. Yes, okay, fine. Sampath, what is this? No. Okay, you said for previous question. Okay, done. So that's it, guys. This is all about your system database. And we have one more system database, that is your resource database. I cannot see this resource database here, but a database means we will have data file and log file, right? Let me show you. Okay, again in the guys, we have one query called one stored procedure. If anything is ending or starting with SP, prefixed by SP means 199. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so SP underscore means that is a stored procedure, guys. SP means a stored procedure. If anything is starting with SP, that is a stored procedure. SP underscore help DB. You can use this stored procedure, guys. This is a system stored procedure. Okay, if you execute it, you can see all the databases. My output is less. I have to check this. This is good here. Guys, can you see this clearly?
No, sir.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. What happened? Why the output is Madhavi? Any changes you did for output?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Might be sometimes it will. Guys, okay. Now is it clear, guys? At least somewhat is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Demo DB, employee database, master DB, model DB, Msdb, student DB, temp DB. By using your SP_help DB, you can see all the databases in your SQL server, all the databases, including system databases and your particular user databases also. Okay, so you can see all the databases. Yes, user databases and system databases, all the databases you can see, guys. And you can see the size of the database also. You can see the second column, the size of the database. Okay, 16 MB, 16 MB, 6 MB, 170 MB, 15 MB, 16 MB, 16 MB. Who is the owner of the database? For every object, owners will be there, guys. Okay, by default, owner is SA. SA is the system admin. That is the by default login for the objects. So if you don't set the owner by default, who is creating the database, the owner will be act as his name. If Madhavi is creating this database, see here, I did not change it. Madhavi did not change it, the database owner while creating. So she got Madhavi 919 as a owner of the database. Who is creating the database? He will become owner of the database. If we don't set a owner of the database to SA. If you set to SA, then you can see as SA, guys. And you can see this column, DB ID column. Okay. And if you see here, what is the master database ID, guys? DB ID means database ID. What is the ID for master database? 1. You can see here. Okay. Master, you can see here. 1. What is the ID for your temp DB?
Two, sir.
2.
2. Okay, so importance wise, first master is important, then TempDB is important, guys. 2. What is the ID for your model? 3. You can see.
3, sir.
Okay, and your 4. Okay, your Msdb ID is 4, guys. Very important. Master is 1. Every object will have database ID. Databases will have database IDs. Files will have file IDs. Tables will have object IDs. Every object will have an ID, guys. Okay, so always master is a king. That's why you can see DB ID of master is 1. Sometimes they will ask in the interview, guys, what is the master DB ID? Okay, the master DB ID is 1. And after master TempDB is very important. So that's why you can see TempDB ID is 2. And model is 3. Then finally your Msdb is 4. Whatever user databases you are creating, demo DB, it will
5.
start from 5, guys. 5,
5.
then 6, then 7. Like this, it will keep on increasing. If you are creating more databases, it is going to increase, guys. Like that, how many user databases I can create?
32762.
Yes. Okay, I can create that. See, if I create the last database ID would be
Resources 32762.
32762.
okay. So now you have a doubt, sir. Where is the resource database? I even can't see in the tables also. You cannot see in the tables also, guys. Resource database. Okay, resource database you cannot see even in the tables also. So where I can see in that case? Tell me, sir. I don't want all these things. Just tell me where I can see. Okay, so you can see. Let me close this. Right, so you can see in the physical location, guys. This is the actual location where all other system databases and user databases will be stored, guys. In the organization, it's not mandatory that in this location only all the databases will be stored. In the organization, will store all the data files in one location. This employee database data file will be stored in one drive. This employee database log file will be stored in another drive. It's not mandatory both files should be in same location. Please mute it, guys. It's not mandatory that both files should be in same location. You can keep it in different location, but the path has to mention here. If you go to the employee, if you go to the files page, see here, this file can be stored in C drive, this file can be stored in D drive or E drive, but path should be there. That's it. Okay, it's not mandatory that both files or all the files of a database has to be stored in a single location. There is no such rule. In the organization, we don't store like that. We'll keep all the database data files in one drive. We'll keep all the database log files in another drive. This is how in the real time we are going to manage the files, guys. Okay, chalo, let's go to the resource database where I can see the path. Okay, so if you go to this our regular path, this is our regular path, right? Go back once, again go back. Where is that? And the MS SQL, yes. You can see, right? Bin and folder, bin n. Okay, just go to the bin and folder. If you go a little bit down, go down. Yes. Okay, you can see here, right? MS SQL system resource is the resource database data file name. Same MS SQL system resource is the resource database log file name. MS SQL system resource is the data file name. How can I identify the difference between data file and log file, guys? By just looking.
Sir,
The symbol, table symbol.
Very good. Okay, if you see here, yeah. If you see here, you can see a table symbol, means that is a data file. If you see here, you can expand and you can see the file type. If you see here, there is a table kind of thing on this yellow bar. That is your data file, guys. If you see, there is a small notepad kind. Yes, please. Any questions? If you see a small notepad kind of thing, a small kind of paper, right? It's your log file, transaction log. By just looking these icons, you can easily identify which one is data file and which one is log file. So this is your system resource database data file and log file, guys. This is your resource database data file and log file. Remember, your master and resource database both are lovers. Okay, your master and resource database both are lovers or wife and husbands, whatever it is, a good relationship. Okay, there is a very good relationship between your master and your resource database, guys. If there is no master, there is no resource. If there is no resource, there is no master. Okay, guys, so resource is very important. Whatever data you are storing in the master, all data will be stored in the master logically. The same data, whatever master is storing, the same data will be stored in the resource database physically. Okay, right? So the physical location will be your resource database. Apart from this, your resource database is also responsible for patching and upgrading, guys. Mostly patching. Okay, if you're patching means you're upgrading the build number of your resource database. The build number and all is there, right? 10.0.11.0, 12.0, 13.0, something build number is there, right? Actually, this build number is your resource database version only. 14.0.1000.169. If you are patching the SQL server, the third part and fourth part are going to be changed, guys, upgraded. Okay, so means your patching means actually you're upgrading a resource database. That's why your resource database will be in hidden mode for security reasons. The resource database you cannot see anywhere in the SSMS, in the tables also. Okay, but this database is there. Okay, if you want to, if you don't believe, okay, if you try to delete these files, okay, you will get the error, guys. Let me delete these files. You'll get the error. Okay, try again. See here, the action can't be completed because the file is in open in SQL Server Madhu_Azure. Our instance is Madhu_Azure. You can see here, guys. I have a question for all of you. What is this instance? Is it a default or named instance?
Named instance, sir.
I need answers from everyone. What is this instance name? Is this default instance or named instance? I need answers from everyone. Please type your answers in the chat. Default instance or named instance.
Batch 42.
Name. Okay, so guys, if it is default instance, you can see computer name like this. Just computer name is Azure Batch 42 is the computer name, guys. Okay, right? And like this, if it is a default instance, you will get a computer name, right? If it is a named instance, the name will be computer name / instance name, guys. My instance name is Madhu_Azure. Okay, so that's why you can see like this. Don't confuse, guys. This is a named instance. If you can see any backslash in the middle of the instance name means, if you can see any backslash in the instance name means that is a named instance. Okay, if you see any backslash in the instance name means that is a named instance. In this, actually, there are two parts. This is first part. Azure Batch 42 is first part, which is computer name. And this is your second part, which is your server name, SQL server name, guys. Any other way other than this name, can I give any other name to connect to my named instance?
No, sir.
No? Just apply
No,
your
sir.
just common sense. Just common sense. Okay. Any other way is there to connect to my Azure instance? Can I replace my name, my computer name with dot?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, with dot again.
Right? Dot
Yes, sir.
/ instance name. Right?
Yes.
So in the same way, whatever default instance names are there, local host, you can give localhost / Madhu Azure, local / Madhu Azure, dot / Madhu Azure. So this somehow in the organization, sometimes people will connect like this also. Okay. Right. So, sir, where I can see this resource database then in the management studio. Okay. How can I see the resource database ID and all? Usually you cannot see resource database here also, but we have a one query, select star from.
Select star from sys alt file करके है sir query.
Okay, so there
Sys
is
alt
a
file.
query, sys alt files. You can see all the database, all the files, guys. All the databases files you can see. Each database 2 files, right? So how many databases we have, guys? 4 system databases and 3 user database, total 7 plus 1 resource database, 8 into 2, 16 files you will get. Let me execute this one. If you execute, total how many rows you can see, guys? 16 rows. Guys, no need to go down and you no need to see. Okay, no need to check like this. You can simply check here how many records are there. Sometimes lakhs and crores of records are there. It's not good to move this bar like this. Okay, no need to go down. How many records are there in my table? You can simply watch this figure. If you have 1 lakh records, it will show you 1 lakh here, 1 lakh rows, 1 crore rows like this. You can see. Okay, so this is your master. Chalo, no problem. And this is your temp DB, model, demo DB, employee. Okay, see here, guys. This is actual. Okay, this is your actual. Let me go for magnifier. Magnifier. Okay. See here. What is the database ID, guys?
32767.
For data file and 32767. This is for data file row. This is for log file row. You can see here, and you can see here. What I can do? Let me do one thing. Okay. Okay, let me double click on. See, go to this column. To expand this column, keep your cursor at the end of the column. The cursor will be changed like this, a double line. Okay, double click on it so that it will be expanded, guys. And if you see here, actually you can see the magnifier again. Right, you can see here, guys. Right. Okay, so what is the file name? Go down, go down, go down. Yes, yes. What is the file name, guys? Oh, come on. You can see here. It's not clear, but you can see here binen, in the binen
System
folder,
name.
MS SQL system resource.mdf.
Resource.
The ID is 32767, guys. Okay, this is how you can see the resource database. And resource database is a crucial database while patching the SQL server and all, guys. Okay, this is the log file. You can see there is one more file. You can see the log file. Or else let me copy paste this one here. Control C, Control V, and Control C, Control V, guys. Okay, so that you can see the files, right? And you can see under binen location. Okay, this is your MS SQL system resource.mdf. Under binen location, MS SQL system resource.ldf, guys. This is the importance of your resource DB. Okay, now I have a quick question for all of you. Very easy question, very simple question. When I restart my SQL server, very important question in the interview, you will get this question. Let me reconnect, guys. It is showing 1 minute. Please reconnect with the same link.